21 hours. Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm super excited to see you all here. We have an amazing webinar ahead of us, so get ready. By the end of this session, you will know exactly how to make $100 a day in less than 2 hours work per day. On the last videos, you met my colleagues Isaac. My name is Michael Katz. I'm the head of the International Day Trading Department here in BigShot, and I'll be yours for the evening. Guys, I see we have technical issues with the camera, so let me cancel it, and hopefully you will remember my pretty face. Before we dive in, please make sure you fully focus. Switch off your phones, your Facebook and Gmail, put the kids in bed or outside of the house, and get ready. Now guys, if you have any question during the webinar, feel free to ask. Either me or one of my staff will answer that, and you can also send us an email. I want to start this webinar with two quick questions. The first one is, how many of you are new to trading? Just type in 1 if you're new and 2 if you're not. It's important for me to know you better in order to get more out of this webinar. Okay, that is interesting. I'm glad to see a variety of answers. Now let me ask you my second question. Why are you here today? What made you come to this webinar? What are you trying to achieve?
Nothing.
Just type your answer in the chat box. Okay, that is wonderful. This is exactly what we're here for as well, so I'm glad we're on the same page. So I want to give you a quick review about myself. I've been doing this professionally for more than 12 years now, and along the way, I've started to mentor and helping others to pull money out of the market every day.
No sound.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm super excited to see you all here. We have an amazing webinar ahead of us, so get ready. By the end of this session, you will know exactly how to make $100 a day in less than 2 hours work per day. On the last videos, you met my colleagues Isaac. My name is Michael Katz. I'm the head of the International Day Trading Department here in BigShot, and I'll be yours for the evening. Guys, I see we have technical issues with the camera, so let me cancel it, and hopefully you will remember my pretty face. Before we dive in, please make sure you fully focus. Switch off your phones, your Facebook and Gmail, put the kids in bed or outside of the house, and get ready. Now guys, if you have any question during the webinar, feel free to ask. Either me or one of my staff will answer that, and you can also send us an email. I want to start this webinar with two quick questions. The first one is, how many of you are new to trading? Just type in 1 if you're new and 2 if you're not. It's important for me to know you better in order to get more out of this webinar. Okay, that is interesting. I'm glad to see a variety of answers. Now let me ask you my second question. Why are you here today? What made you come to this webinar? What are you trying to achieve? Just type your answer in the chat box. Okay, that is wonderful. This is exactly what we're here for as well, so I'm glad we're on the same page. So I want to give you a quick review about myself. I've been doing this professionally for more than 12 years now, and along the way I've started to mentor and helping others to pull money out of the market every day. I was in your shoes when I first started. I didn't have a clue about trading, but after reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad, that you probably all know, I decided to get all in and give it my all. I didn't have anyone to guide me, so it took me about 2 years to crack the code. But I can tell you now, it was worth it. 2 years ago, I've developed a semi-auto system that makes trading even much easier, and all of you will be able to use it later on. Lately, I've joined BigShot to take control of the English trading room, so you can all join me and trade live with me every single day. Make sure you click on my Facebook page as well, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to stay up to date. So back in 2008, I lived in Manhattan, New York, and I was working there in one of the biggest trading companies in the US exchange, surrounded by best traders who all have a very high success rate. While working there, I discovered a sad truth that outside of the world of pro trading, in the world of the common man, 90% of these individuals are losing their money every single day. Now, I want you to think about it for a second. 90% of all retails, non-professional, losing money. And that is insane, guys. So I started to dig deep and try to understand why. How can it be that in the same field, a minority is making tons of money on a regular basis, while the rest just fail over and over again, despite all the best intentions and efforts? What do the pros know about forex or crypto or stocks that the amateurs don't? Now, the answer for that is super simple, guys. The pro trader has a method, a clear strategy that makes his risk virtually disappear while increasing his success dramatically. The pro trader knows how the market works and knows exactly how to act in the market to make steady profits every time. Now, guys, this is not about making tons of money in one shot. This is about consistent with steady profit every day and every month. So when we first started teaching trading based on strategy, our students achieved results like this. Check out this crazy statement of one of our students, almost 5% gain in 1 week. The same student made 10% in a month. This is crazy, guys. There are no banks or even portfolio management that give you a return like this. Try to think about your saving account right now in your bank. I'll be surprised if you get in more than 2% a year. Am I right? Now you can see also great profits like $237 in 30 minutes of work. Mike, one of our best students, told us, I went through several training programs for trading. I used to think making money in the capital market is just a fantasy, but I found out it's totally real. And how about this $1,000 gain in less than 1 hour? I want you to think about your current job right now and tell me how long it will take you to make this $1,000. So our goal during Big Shot was to make $100 a day in the financial markets, and we made it. But let me tell you exactly how we did it. We started to put all the pieces to the puzzle and created what we call it the 4 principles. Number 1, risk management. Number 2 is picking the right stock. 3 is knowing when to buy and when to sell at the right price. And the last one, guidance and support. Now, the truth is that every one of you simply has to understand these 4 principles to make at least $100 a day after just 90 days. Now, I want you to think about these four principles as a vehicle. Why? Because a vehicle is all about getting you from point A to point B safely, and that is exactly what our formula does. The four principles take you from your current state, whether it's the daily rat race or the financial troubles, and after only 90 days, turns you into a pro trader that makes at least $100 a day in the financial markets. So these four principles are not just any vehicle. We are talking about a sports car that get you to a pro trading at peak speed, 90 days. And once you know how to make $100 a day, it's only a matter of time until you see bigger and bigger numbers. So let me ask you this. Imagine you have the keys to this vehicle, knowing in advance that you could make $100 to $200 a day. You knew that you could close the month with an extra $3,000 to $6,000 in your bank account. Now, what would you do? How much would that vehicle be worth to you? Would you willing to pay 10,000 euros for that vehicle? Write me the answer in the checkbox right now. I want to see who's with me. Now, guys, it goes without saying that if you're going to use this car to make it really move and to make this method work, you have to be all in. And let me show you exactly what I mean. So when you're all in, you're fully focused on your computer, you're working day in and day out to make it work. And not going to the beach or hang out with your friends. When you're all in, it means that you are highly motivated and not giving up easily. And when you're all in, it's not about worrying and thinking, it's about focusing on your goal. And of course, when the time is right, know when to enjoy the result you just achieved. So before we start, and to ensure that you really are all in, let's do a short drill. Please write in the checkbox right now. I hereby promise that the moment I feel 100% sure that the four principles will allow me to make $100 a day through trading in the financial markets, I'm all in. I can't tell you enough how important this commitment is for your success. I want to see everyone writing in the checkbox. This is the first major step toward your goal. So let's break it down. What does $100 a day in income with 2 hours of daily work in only 90 days mean for you? It could be easily more vacation with your family, maybe ending my debts to the bank, spending time with the kids and the family, getting out of the rat race, or maybe starting a new and exciting business. But the problem is that most people are not willing to do what it takes in order to achieve their goals. Now, if you're asking why, it's because they give up. They stop believing that they can. So, what are we going to talk about tonight? Tonight, we're going to cover the four ironclad principles we need to know and understand to beat the markets again and again. And like I've mentioned before, guys, this is not about winning the lottery. This is about doing the right thing over and over again. We are also going to learn what we need to do to make a profit even when the market drops, like it did in 2008, for example. We'll cover the most powerful weapon in the pros arsenal. We'll see who is a good fit as a trader, and more importantly, who is not. And we'll look at real examples step by step until we reach the exact goal, at least $100 a day in the next 90 days. Now, I want you guys to read this carefully with me and see if your answer is yes to some of these questions. Are you an employee or self-employed? Do you work non-stop yet struggle to make it through the month? Maybe you have an income but can't really save anything for the future. This is a very common situation in the last couple of years. You might be in the market but still losing money, or you feel like you're working to fulfill someone else's dream. So if any of those questions describes you, then stay with me for 60 minutes to see how your problems can be solved one after the other. Now, before I show you how to make $100 a day through trading, we need to understand the problem. Most people are working 8 to 9 hours a day and wasting precious time instead of enjoying their life. You might be at the stage that your income isn't growing, and no matter how good employee you are, there's a glass ceiling over your head, or maybe you're fulfilling someone else's dreams by working day in and day out to make more money for someone else. I'm sure you can relate to all of these matters. Now, over the past decade, tens of millions of people have studied the financial markets. They took a course that was supposed to teach them how to trade professionally, but somehow it didn't work. Of all the people who go through these courses at various schools, more than 80% lose all of their money within 3 months. Only 4 to 10% of these traders really make a substantial income from the capital markets. These courses make tens and hundreds of millions of euros a year, and the schools purposely look for the broke people every time. People were promised millions, get rich quick, hundreds of dollars in first month, or it's the easiest way to make money. To sum it all up, you were lied to, and you can read about it in the news every single time. So, what happens to those who work based on strategy and not just guessing? After more than 12 years of learning it the hard way, you are about to get a cool shortcut. Now, before we go through our principles, remember one important lesson. You can call it a golden rule. Patience is worth it. If you want to fulfill your dream, you have to be patient. Morgan Freeman made it at the age of 52, the founder of Alibaba at 35, Zara founder at 39, and even J.K. Rowling at 32. Remember that age is not a factor for your success. Okay, guys, this is it. Buckle up. Be fully focused because you are about to learn our own top secret way with these four simple but sophisticated principles. Let's get to it. First principle, risk management. Now, when I'm saying risk management, I'm talking about two major elements. The first element is knowing not to invest all your money in one stock. You are not here for the quick buck. Trying to put everything you have in a cannabis stock probably won't get you too far. The right way to do it is by splitting your capital and investment. And I can tell you personally, as a pro trader, I also invest in real estate, so don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Uh, oh, YouTube.
תחשוב לפעמים.
The difference between a casino and trading. When you go to Vegas, the odds are not in your favor. You cannot decide in advance that your winners will be with a positive ratio. Remember that entering a trade will only happen if the risk-reward ratio is a minimum of 50 to 1. That means that if we risk $50, we want our profit potentially be at least $100. Profitable trader only risks a fixed amount of money in every trade that it takes. That way, a single trade won't affect him too much, no matter the outcome. I know too many traders that lost everything because they risked much more than they can handle. And lastly, the key to success in trading is knowing how to gather small victories on a regular basis instead of looking to hit the jackpot. And you guys gonna hear me say it over and over again. This is the most important point to understand. So let's talk about this risk unit. R is the fixed amount of money we are willing to risk in every trade. So for example, 50 euros. And in that case, if the trade goes against us, we will lose only 50 euros. R stays constant and is usually calculated based on 1% of the whole account. So if my total capital is 5,000 euros, a one.
There you go. There we go. So much for real traders, real results, real systems, real whatever. Amazing, amazing. I'm just shocked. I mean, I may be wrong calling them crooks and scams, but it definitely feels like being tricked, scammed, whatever. Impressive how people make money off of people and have nothing to show for in terms of trading. It's all marketing these days, all marketing. But terrible, just terrible. Terrible. Denied the access. Alright, this is done. By the way, I'm Tina Gustincic, real trader. FX Kiss is my name as a trader, not my real name. It has a meaning to the project that I'm creating. And today, no, not today, but in the last 7 days, I can say that I made 1,000 euros trading like a trader, risk management in place. From the last, let me see the date of this. So 14th, today 16th. In 2 days, I made 308 pips. If you put a lot size, if you put one mini lot, and let's say one mini lot is €1, £1, $1 for you, that is $300, pounds, or euros. If it's 2 mini lots, which what it is here, with every pair it depends, but it's let's say on average 1.23. Some pairs have 1.7, so you're getting 50 to 70% more on a pip. So if you calculate 308 pips times, I think I was trading euro. Let's say, oh, euro pound is $2, €2, £2, so 308, and let's take an average of 1.5 per pip, whether that is euro, dollar, or pound, doesn't matter. That is 462 euros, pounds, or dollars. Yeah, when you have the real professional knowledge, knowing what you're doing, and my mission is to educate others doing what I'm doing. It's taking a while because I'm a one-man band and I'm creating educational course on my own, but in the meanwhile I'm real trading and I'm working on the course, and it will be in the public. And if you're interested, follow me, sign up, get on my emailing list, because when I'm done, you'll be the first one to know. Alright, that's it for me today. Tonight I had a fun day trading, locked my positions, closed my positions, and I'm taking it easy, really. If anything comes up, I'm gonna take advantage of it. If not, not. Alright, bye bye.